So the Rockman X DiVE developers just put out an interesting battle tips video and people are really heated about it. Not happy in the slightest. Let's talk about why. Hello everyone, ShadowRock here with, well, let's be honest, this is going to be a rant video about Rockman X DiVE. Concerning this video that was just posted on the Facebook and Twitter pages as I'm recording this. Let's check it out. The caption says special battle tips. Now bear with me, we got some English to read. Believe many of you know that there are two combinations of the control buttons for you to deal special attacks. Let's see the tutorial if you haven't learned it yet. What are these special combinations they're talking about? Well, as we watch the video, we find out that they are talking about none other than the /cancel exploit, X DiVE edition, and another exploit where the player equips two buster weapons, then swapping the two weapons between each other at a quick rate in order to get out more shots per second. Now that one is pretty broken, but I definitely want to pay more attention to the /cancel, or as many in the community like to call it, buzzsawing. A quick history lesson for anyone who doesn't know what /canceling is. This is an exploit that's been around since Mega Man X4. It was also present in X5 and X6, but in later games, Capcom actually took measures to stop that from being a thing. The reason is because when you play as Zero in these games, you can dash to cancel your Saber Slash. The reason you want to do that is because the first slash in Zero's combo does not cause any iframes. So by dashing to cancel your combo, you can keep using the first slash as many times as you want to in a quick manner to completely annihilate a boss's HP. The only downside is in X4 through X6, Zero slashes are very short range, meaning you have to be up close to the enemy in order to hit them. Now how does this translate to Rockman X DiVE? Well, unlike in X4, there is a dash slash, and for whatever reason, dashing and attacking actually translates to a spin attack, or as we like to call it, the pizza cutter. So not only can you pizza cutter in the air, but you can pizza cutter on the ground too. And as the battle tips video shows, you can keep doing this on the ground while moving at a very quick pace by simply holding down the attack button and mashing the dash button. Obviously this is easier to do with a controller than with the mobile touch controls, so that already alienates the player base that uses the touch controls. You can do it, it's just more consistent with the controller. So already, the /dash mechanic, which we're going to call STC from now on, is already way more versatile than it was in X4. Your range of attack is much wider, and you can actually move across the stage as you're doing it. Meaning if someone's trying to run away from you, you can't catch up to them. And once you do catch up, you're going to do a ton of damage. You can wipe out either an enemy, a crate, or another player's health in just a matter of seconds. Now the thing is, with X4 through X6, those are single player games. It's fine that such exploit exists for people who want to cheese those games. The issue is Rockman X DiVE has a player versus player mode, a online component to the game. And we have already seen this tactic being used everywhere in PvP modes, even outside of PvP in some cases. Let me tell you, it's not impossible to defeat someone using this tactic, but it is extremely hard to do so. Essentially to counter this, you're gonna have to do what Obi-Wan Kenobi would do, get to the high ground. You're gonna have to play a long range game with the player to attack them from a distance so they can't attack you. However, even that strategy doesn't work all the time. The chief reason being, PvP is extremely laggy. What you see on your screen may not necessarily be what your opponent sees on their screen. That means you may be several feet away from the opponent, but you might be still taking damage from the buzzsawing, because on the opponent's screen, they're attacking you. If you look up PvP videos of Rockman X Dive, you'll see many examples of this, or maybe you played the game yourself and have experienced this yourself. This is a widespread problem, leading to many users just writing this tactic off as an exploit. This is the strategy you'll see many people employ, especially in the higher ranks of the ranked mode in PvP. After all, when you're playing ranked, you play to win. You don't mess around. And honestly, all you can do against it is use the strategy that I said and pray it works, or you do the buzzsawing back to them. In my opinion at least, this is a low effort, low skill strategy that people can use to win very easily, especially if the other player doesn't know how to do it. And many other people seem to agree. In our own community and in the Mega Man community in general, I've seen a lot of people complaining about this exploit and saying PvP is really unfun because of it. Because especially when you get up to the higher ranks, the game just becomes about who can buzzsaw faster or who can use the most cheap exploit. Does that sound like a fun game to you? Well, apparently the Rockman X Dive developers do, because with this video, not only are they saying that this isn't a deep log error, this is a feature, they are also encouraging the usage of these exploits by making a whole battle tip video showing players how to use them. Considering that everybody has been complaining about these exploits and the reaction in the comment section of this video, where many people are not happy about this video honestly comes across as tone deaf, which is really weird to say because prior to this point, the developers have been the opposite of that. They've been hearing everybody's feedback on things and actually applying changes to the game according to that feedback, which makes the existence of this video even more puzzling. It's either the developers looked at the exploits and said, well, we can't do anything about them, let's just show everyone how to do it and call it a day. Or they knew about these exploits from the beginning and they were indeed intended to be a feature. Which, by the way, what the heck kind of world are we living in when an exploit from an old game becomes a feature in a new one? By the way, once again, this is a feature that Capcom went out of their way to eliminate in later Mega Man games, like the Mega Man Zero series, where they added the //, which is a move I've always thought was there to keep people from cheesing the game. But here comes X Dive saying, oh yeah, about that //, you can cheese the game with it now. And we want you to use it too. We're not going to patch it, we're not going to do anything about it. We're just going to sit back and watch the PvP mode burn. And that's the kind of message that the developers are sending with this video, unfortunately. They're sending the message that they don't care if PvP is fair or not. They're encouraging you to use cheap tactics to win, which is really bizarre because most developers wouldn't be happy with something like that, in my experience. Another issue that people have brought up is about that double buster switching tactic. As you can see even in the video here, when you swap weapons so quickly like that, it has to play out the animation of equipping the chip too. And you got this whole like tornado of effects going on. That can actually cause lag to the game, and in some cases it has been known to crash people's games as well. So once again, like the fact that the developers are encouraging the use of something that can actually crash someone's game is pretty wild. Now don't get me wrong, PvP is already broken as it is. There's the lag, which may be due to the fact that many people are connecting from outside of Taiwan, but it does make the whole buzzsawing issue way worse. I know that First Summer X is pretty busted and brain dead as well. Buzzsawing in this double buster tactic is far from the only cheese that you can do in the game, but they are among the worst. And that's not even the point of this video anyway. The key takeaway here is once again the message that the developers are sending with this video. I also want to say, I don't hate the developers, I don't hate the game. Actually, I've been playing this game every day since it came out. This video comes from the heart. This is something I wanted to say as soon as I saw the video and saw the direction that they are taking. This is me saying, wake up. We don't want you guys to go down this path of encouraging cheap exploits and allow your PvP scene to remain unfair and, quite honestly, unfun. If the developers of the game are watching this, I just want you guys to listen to me, to everyone else playing this game, to everyone in the comment section talking about the video you just posted. Really listen to what we have to say. Please take it to heart. We want to see this game succeed. We want to see this game continue because so far there's a lot of cool ideas in this game. And we also appreciate all the effort you put in listening to everyone's feedback and implementing changes. I know you guys are listening, I know you guys are trying your best. And that's exactly why this video felt like a slap in the face to everyone. It felt like the opposite of what you've been doing up to this point. I hope you guys will continue to listen to what we have to say. And I pray that that feedback will lead to a better gameplay experience for us all. But I just wanted to come out and make this video because, yeah, I had a lot of things to say about it. And again, I don't really agree with the direction they're taking, or at least implying with this video. I really do hope that PvP doesn't become a gigantic spam fest, because that would be a real shame. I actually thought that PvP had some potential, believe it or not, at least once they fixed the lag and the connection issues. But if this is the attitude they're going to take towards it, man, I guess rip PvP. But what do you guys think about the video and their message here? Let me know in the comment section below. And I do want to thank you guys so much for watching and hearing me out. For more on Rockman X Dive and all things Mega Man, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Oh, and if you want to hear about the rest of the Rockman X Dive news from the last couple of weeks, we did just record a brand new The State of Rockman X Dive discussion covering all of that, including our reviews of the Prince of the Skies event, Verum, Second Armored X, and a lot more. If you are interested in hearing our thoughts on all of that, the video will be coming out early this upcoming week, so keep an eye out for it. Till next time, rock on. Have a wonderful day.